So I've given myself 33 hours, but I like Aldi frozen sausages. We've finally cracked open the sardines. I have the cow power. Why did I eat the whole bag? This is what defeat looks like. I bloody git on this dodgy road. So I'm being followed out of the airport by Dumb and Dumber here. Good afternoon. Welcome to sunny Loughborough. Now you probably don't know where Loughborough is. It's a very small town in the middle of the UK. Let me show you that now. So not much goes on in sunny Loughborough, but yeah, you know what happened? I was kicked out of Peru.
You're kicked out of Peru.
And that is exactly how it happened as well. So I'm in the UK, I've been kicked out. I will come back one day, soon, hopefully. But I'm going to show you a grand tour of the British countryside. Most people, they only know London and the biggest cities, but what we're going to do is go all the way to Heathrow Airport, because at the end of the video we have a special guest. So stay tuned for that. So I'm going to try and run all the way to Heathrow Airport. And I'll tell you why run, because I tried to buy a train ticket the other day, and so yeah, we're gonna go on a marathon journey, very far. Okay, let's go. So I don't technically have any accommodation sorted yet in the UK. I landed a couple of days ago, and this was totally last minute. I wasn't planning on running, I wasn't planning on doing pretty much anything, but last minute my friend who lives in sunny old Thringston, a little tiny village, he said, come and stay the night, I'll sort you out a nice slap up meal the night before, and then you can go on your journey. So that's why we're here. It's not too far from Loughborough. But yeah, very last minute, no bus tickets left. The trains are crazy priced, so we're gonna run. We're gonna see how far we can get, and then if we give up or we run out of time, we can get a small local bus the rest of the way. So let's get going. Okay, the pack list. Wow, I really need a new bag. Okay, phone charger. I'm gonna be making a video the whole way, so I'm gonna need it. It's kind of overkill and weighs a ton, but it is what it is. Drinky, Monster Energy, why not? Wake up in the morning. Mushy peas, never know when you need some mushy peas. Tuna, nice bit of protein. Wonky apples, 4 of them. Oh, learn from experience. Mosquito spray. Suntan lotion. I don't want to get kicked out the shops or the airport for being a stinky homeless. Definitely getting into the overkill territory right now. They're gonna be tasty later. Probably should know how far we've gone. Probably only need 6 of these. Toothpaste. Number 1 on the list. Right between the legs. Don't forget your toothbrush.
You can't forget your toothbrush. Oh, gonna need that for later.
I might just eat 10 of these before I go. They're for kids anyway. Bone and muscle health. Probably need those. Definitely need some sort of hat. And change of clothes won't go amiss. Maybe a long sleeve. I got these free from doing a race. I never buy this stuff, it's way too expensive. But yeah, it looks like it might come in handy. And I was watching a movie last night, and I couldn't finish these tortillas, so they can come on a journey as well. And half a bag of Polish pretzels. We should be good to go. So there's a bit of a problem here. It weighs about 10 kilos. So you know what that means, don't you? It means we're gonna have to sacrifice something. I'm sorry, jacket. There we go, perfect. Hey, what do you think this will look like afterwards, if this is what it looks like before? So the packing is complete. The only thing I need to do is get some sleep. Then I'll see you guys in the morning for our epic adventure across the British countryside. Let's see how far we can get. So here we are at the Rock of Thringston. Thringston Village Centre. Look at that. We have a rock. It's like the Rock of Tondi. Do you remember that? Anyway, we're about to start our journey. And yeah, we're going to get going. It's going to be a bit of a journey. Have a look around. Have a look around in the daytime. It's nice and cold. 7 in the morning. Nothing really open. Mainly grannies walking their dogs and people complaining about picking litter up off the floor. Not much going on in Old Thringston. Anyway, we're going to get going and yeah, wish me luck. The journey begins. Goodbye Thringston, you'll be missed. But lucky for me, I know the shortcuts. And Google doesn't. But my knowledge only goes about 3 or 4 miles. And then we're going to have to apologise to Google. And get back to it. These buggers. It's not a bad view, is it? So without skipping forward in the video, do you think I'll make it? Because I think I'm 30% yes, 70% no. But time will tell. So I don't know if many of you have been around the British countryside or know what it's like, but this is pretty much what you're dealing with. Check it out. So I have to share this lane with 2 cars. Cars going that way, cars coming this way, and obviously me going that way. And that's going to be a lot of the journey. And you can see there's no footpaths or anything. So it's a bit of an added challenge, especially at night time. That's when it gets kind of dangerous. But yeah, see what happens. And the speed limit on these roads is 60 miles an hour. So that's 100 kilometers an hour. That's the legal speed limit. People could go faster, they could go slower, but yeah, very dangerous anyway. All right, let's continue. So I've given myself 33 hours. I don't think we'll need all of that, but the problem is when you're carrying your own water, liquid, toilet paper, everything, it is very different from running a race where you have aid stations and people there to wipe your own backside for you. Very different. And you have to locate shops, buy food, buy drink, buy supplements. So it is something very different entirely when you're doing it all by yourself. Sometimes people have friends come up in cars and help you out, but we don't have any of that today. So but I'm hoping it should be enough time. We'll see how it goes. It's nice, isn't it? Look at that. So there's a town over there called Colville. No guesses to, say where their name came from. But there used to be a train track here, and they would lug the coal out of the town under the road and to pretty much anywhere that will sell it, really, process it, etc. But now it's just a walkway for walking your doggo. Look at that. So just on our first mile, let's go. Welcome to Swannington. Not much going on in old Swannington, but there is a fox, look at him. 2.6 miles marks our first PP. What can I say? I always said growing up we're like 10-15 years behind America, and I don't think I've ever seen that here before. When I was in the US, people have flagpoles with American flags everywhere. Petrol stations, houses, businesses, schools. But yeah, looks like we're kicking off here. So, mini wardrobe malfunction. I have a suntan lotion on, as you can see. It's starting to rain. I'm not even surprised. I actually did check the weather. I wasn't gonna, I did. It said 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah, now it's raining. That's why British people moan about the weather all the time. There's no point even checking the weather. Don't even check the weather, it'll never be right. Especially if you live by the ocean, the sea. It's even more wrong there. But I'm not surprised, so it doesn't matter. Look at this holly. So one thing about British towns is people will go to the nearby towns. There's walkways, paths, alleyways. But when you get to the edge of the town, and the next town is maybe 10 miles, 6 miles, there's usually no path. Yeah, you either get a bus or get a car, or maybe ride your bike, because no one realistically, apparently, walks between big towns. I don't know why, but there's been many times I go for a run, the footpath just ends, and then yeah, it's just roads with no paths. You can see how built up it is on each side, and sometimes it's quite dangerous. So it sort of keeps you in your local town, your local area, and the only reason you leave if you don't have transport is maybe if you go on holiday, a football game, a special event. Yeah, so yeah, it's really annoying. I'm sure this is in most places too, but you'll just find when you get to the edge of a town, there's just a full stop, and then you're walking in tall grass, or stinging nettles, or brambles, or an angry farmer's field. Look. So where do I go now? Well, that's the answer. 60-mile-an-hour road. Or you can pretty much take on that. But I see a gauntlet of barbed wire, tall grass, foxgloves. Looks like foxgloves over there. So yeah, it's to be expected, really. So let's go. So pro tip, I don't care what anyone says, if you run on the road, run towards the traffic. The idea is, if someone doesn't see you, well, you can always see them, so you can dive out the way. If you're on a bicycle, go with the traffic. So bicycle with the traffic, running always against the traffic. Yeah, even walking too. So that's the safest way. So we're going to be running on the right side of the road because we drive on the left here. Found some raspberries. Check it out. Not bad, are they? But the good ones are in there. Good ones are always in the nettles. I carved a path. Carved a path to the juicy ones. Oh, look at those. Nice bit of nourishment. Sometimes it's really nerve-wracking when you have tall trees here, especially in the summer when it grows over. There's not a whole bunch of places you can hide and dive out of the way, but you know, it is what it is. Welcome to Ibstock. Not much going on in Old Ibstock. I found a church and a little town centre. But the next big town, Hinckley, I think we might find something there, something a bit more juicy, let's say. All right, we're coming up to 10k. Hinckley and Bosworth. So you see how super dangerous this looks. You can't have, there's no visibility, there's no footpath. So in situations like this, I would just cross the road and go along a bit, then cut back in, because it's just not worth it, you know. Anything could be behind the 7 miles. All right. Hello. That head. Oh, we have more company. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're friendly cows. Hello. Hello. What are you doing? Huh? Oh, sadly, I can't get closer. Alright, bye. Rain body fuel. Mango-matic. It's not bad, I'll tell you that. It is not bad. Hey, look at that. Barton in the beans. So when you get to these small towns, there's like 4 or 5 houses per little town. Well, it's not a town, it's like a parish, or I don't know, some made up word like that. It's smaller than a village anyway. But yeah, you'll see about 4 or 5 houses and that's it. And every one of them is usually a farm or a ranch or something like that. There's one there. 1915 it says. But yeah, really nice to walk around. I'm actually surprised there's a footpath here, but when you enter these places, you'll get 100 meters of footpath, then it just disappears again, like here. It just ends, just arbitrarily ends. So if you've ever been road tripping in the UK, wow. It's called a lay-by. You pull in, park your car, have a picnic right here. Look at the hedge while you sit down. It's not bad, is it? Good old lay-bys. So I'm not gonna miss the gauntlet of B roads with lack of footpath, but hopefully we're gonna get to a nice long A road with a path, so we can chill out for a bit. It's kind of hard to take it easy on these roads. I feel more comfortable keep moving. But only a couple more miles, then we can chill out a little bit. Check it out, Bull in the Oak. Imagine living there. Where do you live? I live in Bull in the Oak. Are you joking? No, apparently not. It says it right there. Bull in the Oak. Population 1. Alright, let's carry on. Apparently cows don't respond like dogs. Oh, there he is! Cow! What are you doing? What are you bloody doing, huh? I see you. I see you. Yes. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a nice view, isn't it? I got two cows' attention. Look at that. Hello. Alright, let's go. Bye, cow. Have fun. You know, whoever's selling these rocks to villages and things is making a bit of a mint, you know? Just get a rock, whack a sign in there. Oh, alright, local council, that'll be £6,000, please. Not a bad business, is it? Hey, look at that shortcut. It's not a bad welcome sign, is it? Now check this out. This is a roadside cafe, look. Check it out. Jumbo hot dog or cup of tea. I might get a cup of tea. Sounds quite nice. We're at 11 miles 28. Seems like a good time. We got the special. Check it out. Wow, look at that. I put a relish on there too. And 2 sausages. Ain't bad, is it? Sausages are definitely Aldi frozen sausages. But I like Aldi frozen sausages. Hungry. So we've done a half marathon. So we just have 7 more half marathons to go. Sounds a lot when you say it like that. Cheers. There you go, look, a British pub, look at that, bloody Nag's Head. What's going on in Old Stapleton then? Oh, look at that, Thanksgiving. Not really much, is it? It looks like granny hour. Well, Stapleton. What's in Stapleton? Well, at least there's a pub. I guess anything else is a bonus. But it looks like the pub is closed. What is a nag anyway? Is it like a horse or a deer? Never thought about it before. But yeah, British pubs. Always a head. Nag's Head, Bull's Head, Queen's Head, King's Head. Do we have a King's Head? Or arms. There's a lot of body parts in British pub names. If it doesn't have a body part in, then it's a trendy pub and no one wants to go there. But then it's like a bar. Could be a horse. Look at this. I haven't seen some puppies for a while. Look at that. Well, bugs like them, don't they? And check out who's hiding. Some little sheep. They've all been shaved. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? You're all bold, look. Oh, you got 2 little lambs with you. Oh. Get that out. Hey, bug it off. I thought she was going to defend the young, but then she scarpered. You know what's funny? I never see this sign anywhere else. You see that? We're in the middle of nowhere, and there's a sign with 2 old people attempting to cross the road. Can you imagine just a random pair of old people going down there? Or maybe not through there, maybe they're just going to hop the hedge there and go into the field. Where do these old people come from? Maybe they're in here. Hello? Old people. I've always found it so random. I've never seen old people just appear out of a field. Bit random. Welcome to Hinckley, home of Triumph. It's like a little mini city in Leicestershire, Hinckley. I'm not really sure what's there. Might be a Poundland, that'd be good, wouldn't it? Can't beat a Poundland. Home of Triumph. I bet you no one knows that motto. We should find someone who knows it. Alright. Welcome to Hinckley. 15 miles. 2 hours 56. Starting to chafe a bit. I think I need more Vaseline. Oh, check this out, look. Oh, look at that. Sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Woo. Here's an old mile marker, look. You don't see too many of these anymore. They tell you how far various places are. So 6 more miles to Margate Bosworth, 1 back to Hinckley where we were, and I can't even see what that one says. Oh, it says mile. It's alright, isn't it? We're having a bit of a tactical break. We're at there we are, 15 miles, 3 hours 12. We're chilling out a bit. So I've got some of this stuff. I think it's loaded with electrolytes, so I can just go like that, and we have Gatorade. Cheers. It's pretty good actually. So Buxton. There's a little village in Derbyshire, I think, called Buxton, and there's a spring there. You can just bring an empty bottle, fill it up for free, and take it home. Obviously I didn't pay for this, I never would, but I always find it weird when people do pay for it because it's free. Yeah. That's not bad though with that electrolyte. So here's Hinckley then. This looks like an old warehouse. They tend to kind of reuse buildings a lot here. But look at this one. Back in the day, they never used to really measure anything or square anything off. So that's why this building here kind of is slanted here, and then it kind of straightens out at the end. But now it's a museum, but I won't be surprised if this building's 300-400 years old, give or take. But look at this. Look at that keyhole. You get like 2 fingers in there. Yeah, it's a bit different, isn't it? What was my guess? Oh, that 1640. So close, so close. But yeah, you see old buildings like that quite a lot. I think they're mostly protected now. There's no way you could demolish that, I don't think. But buildings like these, I'm not sure what the kind of age gap is, like how old it has to be before it has to stick around forever. But yeah, you definitely see a lot of these around in small towns and things. A lot of them converted to offices. I used to work in an office, and it was an old Victorian building with high ceilings. The doors, the walls had about 5, 10, 20 layers of paint on. And oh, it felt like I was in a boarding school. It was horrible. I lasted about 3 months there, but have you seen the movie The Shining? Like the hotel, it looks really old. It just feels a bit like that. And if you're working in there for 8 hours a day, no. Hey, there's the town centre. Look at that. So, what's a small British town like then? Wow, check it out. So lots of bricks, you'll notice if you've never been to the UK before. We love our bricks. We love our coffee shops as well. People can spend all day in those damn things. If the town is bad, what you'll see is a lot of pawn shops. Not sex shops, but the ones where you kind of sell things to them, gold. And then you can buy things back for more expensive. What you'll also see a lot of is gambling shops like Coral up there, Coral. Coffee shops, cheap pubs, and charity shops. Charity shops are like thrift stores because they're non-profit. So yeah, and you'll see a lot of that. I'm not saying Hinckley is like that, but it's a bit of information for you. Hey, look, there's a charity shop. I love these big open areas where you just kind of sit down and look at the 2-for-1 pizza place. Huh. Interesting, isn't it? Oh, is this the town centre then? Well, there's a cinema up there, Cineworld. Not really much else. Papa John's. Not much going on off in Old Hinckley, is there? It's a little road with shops. There you go. If you ever want to come to Hinckley, check it out. Alright, we better get moving. We've been dawdling. Tesco, mate. Tesco. We love Tesco. 95p. I know who's winning. Pick and mix. Can't go wrong with some pick and mix. It's gone up now. Check that out. These ones are the best ones. You can do the whole wheel challenge, or these ones, they're pretty good too. And cola bottles. Oh, and the cherries. Oh, the strawberries. Alright, let's go. I haven't had one of these in about 5 or 6 years. So good. Alright, we better carry on. Right behind me, M69. Just a motorway. So, right now, it's really frustrating. I just got to the major A road, and the A road takes you maybe 40 miles south, and there's not really another road to get down there unless you add on 10 or 20 miles going like this. But it seems really hard to avoid this road. But the problem is people are just driving 70 miles an hour, and there's literally no path. Look, there's just nothing at all. It's just you see the verge there, and then the cars are just whooshing by. I tried to hop into the field, no dice. The reality is, British roads just aren't made for running, walking. It's like you're trapped in your town, and if you want to leave the town or the area, then you have to get a train, a bus, or drive. But getting from one city to another city, when the buses reach the limit in the county, it's so dangerous. You can probably hike the fields and go on other roads, but even then, I thought the road we were already on before is kind of sketchy, but this is nuts. Like, some of the trucks are passing maybe like a foot away, and like one of them just like caught my bag when he went by, and I just thought, like, we're 22 miles in, and when it gets nighttime it's gonna get worse. It's really frustrating because I have a lot of energy, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, which is okay getting home or wherever. I can just, you know, leave this road and get back, but it's a dog bed down here. But it's just really frustrating. The roads just aren't meant for running. I've actually cycled this journey before, and these A roads are scary. They're just not friendly for people who run or cycle long distances. That's the reality, really. So I'm not really sure what to do. Yeah, just look at the condition there. There's nowhere to go at all. Boy. Check this out. Where the heck am I? So, you want to know 3 tips when running in a road with you know, pretty dangerous surroundings? Number 1, if you're running in the road, really you only need this much room, but when cars are coming, they're not going to give you an inch at all. Usually they should legally give you a car's width, but sometimes they don't. So I recommend running more like here. Then if you need to go here, you can. So a lot of people, they'll indicate, they'll move right over for you, which is really nice. Sometimes if you go around a corner, they don't really see you until it's too late. Some people have kind of slammed on the brakes, you know, things like that. Other people have just kind of brushed by me and, you know, almost hit me by about this much. So, but the key is, if you kind of run around here, you have this room if you need it, and then they'll still legally should give you a car's width, so you should be perfectly safe there. So always take up a little more room than you actually need. Tip 2, if you're worried a car or a truck won't give you the room you need, then stare at them. Stare right through their windshield into their face. For whatever reason, they get a bit flustered and kind of give you the room. Like look like you want to fight them or something. It always works, but I'm not sure why. And tip number 3, if you're running along and again you're worried about someone not giving you enough room, then kind of just do like a bit of a stretch like this. So kind of put your arm into the road, you know, like shake it out. It looks like you're trying to, you know, loosen your arms, but when the drivers see that, they'll think, oh, this person's crazy, you know, they're waving their arms in the road, better give them some room. So really it's a few psychological things on how you can stay safe by basically taking up a little bit more room than you actually need, because you might need that room to escape from a car running you over. So 3 tips there, they've always worked for me. Bit creative, isn't it? Wonder if we'll find a bumblebee down here. Mosquitoes aren't too friendly, are they? So now I'm in the middle of nowhere, about 10 miles from the nearest transport station, wondering what to do. But I have a tropical cherry raptor, so maybe this will help a little. Tastes pretty good actually. So here we have an English flag. Not the Great British flag, it's an English one here. Wow. Not really sure the difference really. Well, I know what the difference is. I don't know why someone chooses to fly an English one over a Great British one. But usually you see the English flag when the World Cup is on, or the Euro, the football again. The football. That's when you'll see the England flag more than any time in the whole year, when the football is on. And apparently at that church there. Look at that, poor hedgehog, look. Aw, he feels like a sweeping brush. Laid to rest. So I think I found a way that only adds around 5 to 10 miles on. So I think we're gonna try and do it. Yeah, it looks like this. So it looks a little bit better. Better than the A road anyway. The only problem is because there's so many turns, I have to have my phone in my pocket. So it's a bit annoying, but it's okay. There's more flies and mosquitoes, is what it is. And there's a lack of shops, which is not so good, because it's amazing how much liquid you need when you start running, but as soon as you start briskly walking, you need a lot less. So yes, yeah, look at that, a little duck. Yeah. So yeah, it's amazing how much more liquid you need when you start hauling. So might have to start planning a little. But yeah, found a way anyway. We're gonna see how far we can get. The conkers are growing, otherwise known as horse chestnuts. They're inside those little green spiky balls. In the autumn they'll drop, and I don't even know if kids play conkers anymore. You put it on a shoelace and you hit the other person's conker, and the winner is the one that destroys the other one's conker. But I don't know, maybe people use iPhones and things these days, I'm not sure. But yeah. Alright, we're in another parish or village, something like that. But the population's more than one this time. But you'll be guaranteed they always have a bloody church, look. Even though no one's really religious anymore. But I think that's the thing with protected buildings. Once they're protected, then well, there they are. But one little granny goes there every Sunday, probably, and that's probably the groundskeeper, 2 in 1. So these red phone boxes, usually they never work. People just key in here. They usually stink of urine. Oh look at that. That's a big old spider web. You see that? That's just as a dial tone. Holy shit, it works. I don't know if you can hear this. It works. Does the operator still work? 100. One. It works. Wow, look, free call. Wow, it's even got a light in there. That's so weird. When you see those in London, people just pee in them. You know, they get drunk, pee in them. Usually the phone has just been ripped out. There's just wires hanging from there. but it's really rare to see one working, especially with the light working as well. I mean, fair enough, no one's used that in a long time. There's like spiders' nests in there, but yeah, super rare. Another church, look. Churches everywhere. Look at those gravestones, they're dancing. Wow. What's on the bulletin board, look? Holy Communion, wow. Thank you. We raised £300. Well done. Look at that meal. A ploughman's lunch. Oh, they need a carvery. Get more people at the carvery. Alright, anyway, we're waffling. Let's go. So, when we're younger, carol singing. Once you took your pride away, carol singing was a lucrative business. I used to go around with my friend, knocking on doors. As soon as December the 1st hit, we'd knock on doors, start singing. We had We Wish You a Merry Christmas first. Then if they're still standing there, we'd go on to Jingle Bells. And if they're still standing there, we'd do Rock Around the Christmas Tree. 3 verses. And then usually they'd give 20p, 50p, sometimes £1. One time someone gave £2. So it's a lot of money when, when you're quite young in the 90s. So every night we'd get about £30 each. One night we got 120. And this is in the 90s when you're a kid. It's a lot of money. And anyway, coming back to the point, I got so bored because it was kind of late. I called the number in the phone box 100 to speak to the operator, and I sung him all 3 songs. Yeah, Rocking Around Christmas Tree, Jingle Bells, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Took about 3 minutes, and he stayed on the phone the whole time, and gave me a clap at the end. And yeah, that'll forever be a moment that I'm never gonna forget. And calling the operator was free, and we were bored. There was nothing to do. It's a tiny village, so yeah, the operator got a lot of calls from us. But one day someone ripped the phone out, so no more operator calls when we got to about 13, 14. So I'm not sure where my next shop is. I only have 4G because I'm on an international plan. So Google Maps doesn't load very well, which is hard, hard finding a route. Yes, I'm gonna go a bit slower, and then I should time it right to where I'm dying, and then I'm outside of Tesco. Then I can get a big drink. But yeah, when I was deciding whether to continue, I drank everything I had, and then I changed my mind again, so I don't have anything. Oops. So these guys here, I think these are the foxgloves. It's a poisonous plant. You shouldn't touch it, or at least put your fingers in your mouth afterwards. But they look nice, don't they? But yeah, one of many, I guess. We have a few, but yeah, poisonous plants in the UK. Yeah, foxglove. Is that a white foxglove? Well, I'm not a botanist, but oh, all right, enough excuses. So this is quite common. Look at that. Someone's gonna be really mad when they get outside their house and see that. But the problem is, the country's so built up. It's too many people, not enough land. And the land that is available, well, there's not really work there, so there's a catch-22 really. But yeah, a lot of people park in the road, on the road, half on the road, and you lose wing mirrors like crazy. It's happened to me 3 times. Look at this little town here. It's quaint, isn't it? They got a wooden bus stop. People just sitting on the bench, look, chilling out, talking about how good EastEnders is lately. But what I did see, another church, look. Check this out. Defibrillator. No phone. Look at that. I mean, it sucks if you need to save someone's life and you've got to put a code in. But other than that, not bad, is it? You see, not everything in a small, quaint town is what it seems. Alright, Morrison's. Let's get some snackos. So we got some more stuff. Black Energy Gold, no idea. 3 bananas, we'll do a banana speed run. Some reduced roast back bacon, hope it's cooked. And 2 liters of shandy, which is, it's supposed to be beer mixed with lemonade, but it's only like 0.5%. So, Letterworth Monument, what do you think? Cheers. That's better. Check it out. Just mounds of meat. Cheers. Protein, really important. Well, it tastes so good right now. Yeah, it tastes like gammon. Really good. I got a big bag of it too. Just went in a charity shop. It's like a thrift store. Tried to buy some gloves, which is impossible because it's summer, and a long sleeve shirt, which is impossible because it's summer. So I'm struggling a bit. I'm so cold. I don't know why, but I think it's just adding up, like lack of calories. I can't feel my fingers anymore. So while I'm in town, I'm trying to pick up some gloves and a long sleeve because it's only going to get colder. But I've eaten so much till my belly's full, but the calorie deficit is just too much, I think. So yeah, hopefully I can find something. This one might be good. Ooh, 50p. So I don't know what happened, but for whatever reason, a used long sleeve t-shirt is £7. £7. It's cheaper new. What happened? I'm now paying £7 for a used t-shirt. So the hunt continues. Look at Lutterworth. Sunny Lutterworth in the afternoon. We're coming into rush hour now, so there's going to be a lot more cars on the road soon. Not looking forward to that, but it is what it is. Sesame snaps. One of the best things ever invented. So the shopping trip for a long sleeve and some gloves didn't work out too well. I have one last hope though. Check out this alleyway to Aldi. If you've never been Aldi before, it's one of the best places. Aldi in America sucks ass. It's kind of expensive. Aldi anywhere else is amazing. Let's get some deals. Maybe they have gloves. Oh, these are banging. But I think cherries and cola bottles are the same price as wine gums. Oh, but they're super heavy. We'll get the wine gums. Can't go wrong with some wine gums. I get that. Port, cider, sherry, and wine, and cognac. You know, something I'm not gonna buy, but I'm gonna regret in a few hours. Sleeping bag. £15. Not bad, is it? Can't really carry it, but... Oh, goodbye. Check it out. It's not bad, is it? Look at that. All of those things. $5.99, brand new. That's £1 cheaper than the charity shop. Ain't that madness? High in protein, if you can choke them down. What do you think? Not bad, is it? It's super thin, but at least it keeps the wind off. And I'm not freezing anymore, so not bad. So yeah, let's carry on. So we're at, let's have a look. That's about where we're at right now. Not a bad little roundabout, is it? And check what's across the road. Carvery. Wow. Kinda wish I was Carvery hungry. Well, I am Carvery hungry, I just don't have the time, but oh, look at that. Oh, yes please. Alright, let's go down this dark, dingy alley instead. Check it out. The M1, the biggest motorway in the whole country. I believe it goes from London, the outer ring, all the way to Newcastle, or at least near Newcastle. But it's pretty much the biggest road, the busiest road, and the main motorway in the whole of the UK. And we're just about to cross over it. Shame we can't get on it, it'd be faster. Pro tip: if you're anywhere totally random in the middle of nowhere, like here, then come in autumn, because you will get blackberries galore. Look at this. All of these bushes here are blackberries all the way along. And because no one walks their dogs, they're not going to be peed on. And bung them in the freezer. You'll be eating them for a couple years. Not bad, is it? You know when you're successful in the UK, this is your house look. Your garden is a field, and then the house, you can't even see the house. So I guess as much house as you can see is how successful you are. And that's a big house. It's like a manor. Lord of the Manor. Bloody hell. They even got columns in the garden / field. Oh, bloody hell. That's when you know you've made it. There's the driveway, look. And I bet that old thing's just the gatekeeper's accommodation. Mad, isn't it? Morale is pretty low. Having some wine gums. Maybe they'll boost the spirits. But I'm in between hot and cold. I put the jacket on, then I'm boiling hot. I take it off and I'm cold. First world problems, huh? But I have mega chafe right now between my legs. It's almost bleeding. It's really bad. And I put Vaseline on, so much Vaseline. I reapplied it after about 25 miles, but sometimes you just can't stop the chafe. So it's agony. It's agony to walk. Yeah, look at this. A little sheep, look. What are you doing? What are you moaning about? What are you moaning about, huh? It's a lot of sheep, right? Why did I eat the whole bag? 230 grams. Oh, I feel a bit sick now. You know, I always find funny in the UK is that we have seasonal trails. So look at this. You see how it's all grown over? Pretty much closed for business, right? But in the winter, this will all be gone, and then you can go off running there, wherever. But yeah, you'll see that a lot. You'll see brambles, stinging nettles, and some trails are just not passable at all. And if you go in December, January, February, it's just all magically disappeared. So yeah, weirdly, a lot of seasonal trails. Unless they're really popular, then the people kind of, you know, keep it all down. But yeah, you do see that a lot. I've just gone 2 kilometers the wrong way. And it's raining. All-time low right now. And it's getting dark. No. Oh, why? Let's go back. Look at this house. They even have their own post box. Whew. Imagine that, huh? Not bad, huh? Not bad. And even have some lavender. I put a challenge to you. If you ever want to find out what you're made of, if you're a strong person, put a lot of miles in your legs until you're completely tired. You're in the middle of nowhere, and then see what happens. See how you handle the situation. And obviously it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be painful, it's gonna be miserable, cold, tiring, but it's temporary, you know? It's moments like this that make you a lot stronger. A lot of people now, very weak people, especially in what people consider first world countries. Very weak people. If you put yourself outside your comfort zone, what feels like everything is going wrong, test yourself. And you might be surprised. You might break down, you might cry. 5 or 10 minutes later, there's a voice in your head, always. You know, I can do this. Right now, I'm in the same situation, but it doesn't bother me, you know? I could be sitting at home watching Netflix in the warm, but why? The rain's gonna stop. If it doesn't, I'll get wet. I have sardines in tomato sauce. I have a bit of shandy left. My legs are tired. We're at 35 miles now. We're not even there yet. It's getting dark, but it doesn't matter. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I feel a bit tired. But you know what wakes you up when you're tired? Is the stinging nettle challenge. Check it out. So there's all the stinging nettles. Got evil things, these are. They have, I don't know if you've seen them before. I'm sure most of you are familiar. They got tiny needles on here. And as soon as you touch the tiniest bit, you'll get a little white bubble, and it'll be a little bit painful, annoying, and whatnot. But the stinging nettle challenge, you get your shorts on and you just plow right through. It feels like deep heat, like muscle rub, but like way more intense. But now I feel awake. Alright, let's continue. Wow, 2 kilometers back, that's the turning I missed. Ah, bugger. Well, we're back now. Let's continue. No wonder I missed it. Google had it on one road, but sometimes, you know, that's not how it works. There's painted lines there, which means it's a new road. But sometimes Google gets a bit confused as what is a new road, so I just walk straight by it. Oh well. Check this out, look, a dead badger. Look at that. Oh, it's only a head. There's its body, I think. Oh, poor bugger. They're almost like a dog, look. You can see how big his mouth is in comparison to my hand. Some of them are bigger than small dogs. You know, 20, 25 pounds. Oh, poor little blighter. My back is in pieces. We have a 20-mile stretch of pretty much nothing but this. So I've got all the drinks, all the food in there, and whew, it's a backbreaker. Yo, wow, that is a skag cat. I was like, what's this smell? I found it, look. Oh, it stinks. Look at this though, look. Can you believe it? Oh, God. Oh, bugger, that stinks. Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So this is how I found out I was allergic to wheat. When we were younger, we used to play hide and seek in the wheat fields. So I'd be like lying in here, and then I'd feel like really hot and itchy. I'm like, what is going on? And for whatever reason, because I was so young, I didn't really understand. Yeah, it turns out I'm allergic to wheat. but not badly. But if I have a real ale, like the stronger beers, the ales, then instant heartburn. What are you doing? Where are you going? Huh. Interesting. Wow. Check this out. I have the cow power. The cow power. What are you doing? Where did you all come from? What do you want? If I come closer, you'll just run away. Bloody hell, look at him. Oh, we gotta get going. This is a small town. Look. Someone even puts a bin bag in a public bin. You just don't see that anywhere. There's a family butchers there. Everyone gets their meat there. And the pork scratchings. Oh, look at it. It's like the house from Home Alone. You know Home Alone 1? I guess 2 works, right? They're in the same one. I don't remember. Look at that. What a village. Oh, what a village. You know, this thing's held up pretty well. It still has 71% left. And I've charged my phone twice. And I've charged my headlamp as well. It even jumps cars. So it's pretty good. If you want to buy one, I'll link it in the description below. But yeah, they're pretty chunky. I usually keep it in my car and jump start it when the battery dies. You can kind of plug it in there. But yeah, it does your phone as well. It has a couple ports. So yeah, it's not bad. Actually, it's not bad. You know you're in a fancy area. Look, thatch roofing. Little phone box slash defibrillator there. Yeah, very, very fancy little town. Check this out, look. A British canal. There's even a canal boat on there right now. You know, some people, they sell their houses, buy a canal boat and live on there. Retire on a canal boat. You know, just chill out. But these canal systems, they go for miles through Birmingham. There's a whole canal network. So you don't have to kind of, you know, park your boat up and stay there forever. But some people do, you know. But there's these kind of paths here. And you can walk these for miles. People do with their dog, you know. But pretty cool, isn't it? And the bridges are numbered as well, just as a point of reference. So you know where you are on the waterway sort of thing. But yeah, it's amazing. But don't fish here. unless you want dead fish. But we've finally cracked open the sardines. Lovely, aren't they? High in protein, if you can choke them down. You know what I found out is when you get to the point that you're so hungry you'll eat anything. That's where you really know what you like and don't like. I thought I didn't like some foods, but just because I didn't give them enough tries, you know, enough effort. But sardines in tomato sauce, when you're hungry. Oh, swam all the way down. But high in salt, which is good when you exercise. High in protein. And the tomato sauce has got to be some vitamin C, right? Approved. So these are the lonely miles. No cars, no people. It's actually 8 at night, would you believe it? Not bad, is it? That's the good thing about summer here. The sun kind of rotates around the top of the planet, so you get a lot of sunshine. Sunrise is around 4 or 5 in the morning, and finally buggers off around 10 p.m. So for doing things like this, it's not too bad. You don't have much darkness. Look at all these daisies. So it's getting a bit dark now. It's not quite headlamp darkness, but I switched to orange and I got a banana. So I'm a bit more visible. Then maybe in an hour from now I can put the headlamp on, then reassess. But we're getting these really bad roads again where we pretty much have nowhere to hide, see? So if it continues like that, then yeah, I don't know. We'll come to that when we get to it. You see this car here with this license plate? Probably Rolls-Royce 2 or something like that. That number plate, that number plate probably cost way over £100,000. I'm not even joking. It's not like in America where you pay $20 more a year to get a custom plate. Very different here. It's tied with the car and then you can move it around if you want to, but something like that's so expensive. So this is what defeat looks like. Oh, but there's no bailout options. There's no buses, no trains, no Ubers. Maybe there's a taxi. I'm not sure. Probably cost you £60, but I don't have a working phone, so not that I'm bothered. It's just sometimes it's nice not having a safety net, you know you have to do it, but my feet are swollen. Whew. So having a tactical break, then we're gonna bust out the light and carry on. Almost at Northampton now, so we'll get in there slowly. It's trying to rain again. So I had to take my contacts out, so I'm going to switch to the old glasses. It's really funny when you're blind, well, not blind, but can't see that well. You have to carry a lot more stuff than charging the watch. And yeah, here are my nighttime things. We have this thing, which I can just snap around my ankle or my wrist, and it lights up. Well, it did light up. It's a bit crap, but it's supposed to light up. Okay, let's hope this one's better. And this one? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. So, yeah, this is the winner, I think. I'm not sure what the battery life is like, but we've got to get about 5 or 6 more hours. So, yeah, hope that works out. But, yeah, we're about ready to go again. Alright, bye-bye Platinum Jubilee Elizabeth II bench. Let's move onward. Run out of shandy finally. We're going to be in trouble if we run out. Goodbye Thornby. Thank you for your lovely little bench. We're going to put some miles in now, otherwise we're going to be here forever. I think if we walk to Northampton, we're there after midnight, so I'm going to try and push some miles in, and maybe we can get there sooner. Alright, let's go. So, I'm sure you can't see anything, but we're all set up now, so hopefully no one runs us over. Well, this is what 10 PM looks like. You wouldn't know it, would you? You can hear the sheep. The only thing I taste when I run is sardines. They keep coming up. Might have been a bad A lapse of judgment. Lesson learned. Whew. I almost shot myself. I didn't know what it was. Look, fox. Poor bugger. Looks like he got his head just completely crushed. It's probably, let's see. Oh, he started bloating. Look, you see how they bloat up? So he's been there a short amount of time. I almost shit myself. I was running by. I was like, what the heck? Look at this house. Ooh, it's one of those haunted house things, isn't it? Oh, man. You bloody git. But yeah, now it's night time. We're going to start seeing all the nocturnal animals. The hedgehogs, the foxes. I don't know what badgers are. Are they nocturnal? I don't know. But we're going to keep our eyes peeled because this is prime territory right now for them. They're all hiding in the hedges there. This is what we're dealing with right now. It's pretty cool. I got a little footpath though. First time for everything, right? Good old Northamptonshire. They know how to treat the runners and the cyclists. Oh, I definitely spoke too soon about the footpath. But I think this is the last stretch. We have about 2 miles on this dodgy road. And then I think the rest of the journey is going to be fingers crossed paved. So almost there. Looks pretty dodgy, doesn't it? Here it goes. It's oh my god. It's certainly not the fastest 50 I've done. 50 miles, but I think the fastest was 9 hours and it had a mountain in. But that was during a race, you know. Races are very different. For a start, you're not carrying a backpack. Number 2, there's an urgency, there's motivation from other runners. You get a medal, food and drink every 10 kilometers, so very different. But hey, 50 is a 50, I'll take it. Especially with everything. Especially with the Tesco shop, the Morrison shop. Chilling out, filming, saying hi to the cows. It's not bad. Here we are, Chapel Brampton. I think we're on the edge of Northampton right now. I think we should be able to pick up a footpath soon. And then we can get out this damn road. Drivers are getting a bit crazy at night time. But yeah, almost there. I think we've got another 9 miles. Then I think we're done here. Check it out. I never thought I'd be so glad to see Northampton as I am right now. So 11:30 at night. Pretty much like a ghost town, which kind of sucks because I'm hungry. we might be stuck getting a kebab. I don't know if I can stomach it, but I can try. Alright, nearly there, nearly in town. If you wondered what Northampton was like at midnight, well, there's one car. Otherwise, not much going on in old Northampton. Wow, I think I found the only shop open. So one thing you'll notice about a lot of UK towns is many people work like 9 to 5, sometimes 9 to 6, for example. And then everything pretty much closes at the same time. Obviously with some exceptions of fast food and certain other businesses. But when you typically go into a town, especially on a weekday, then it's going to look like a ghost town. It's not like cities in America or pretty much anywhere else, really. Well, let's ignore Europe. South America, you know, things are open really late, all through the night. But yeah, very different if you're not used to that. But typically you'll see that a lot. But clubs and pubs are pretty much the only things open. So I just saw a kebab for £13. Is that normal? I know I've been away for a few years, but 13 quid for a kebab? What happened? what happened? It's not even that good, it's drunk food. It has to be here, right? Is that everywhere? Forget about London, forget about expensive cities generally, but is that normal? 13 quid. Whew. Bloody hell. It's mental. I don't know if you can see that, but there's some swans in the canal. Look. They're chilling out. Going for a midnight bathe. So the bus I'm getting, it's called Megabus, and Megabus are so stingy, right? For a start, they don't do refunds of any kind. So if you ever book with Megabus, book with a credit card. Anything goes wrong, dispute it with your credit card, because they will not refund you under any circumstance. But the biggest thing is they're too cheap to pay for the space in major cities. So if you get the bus from a major city, they're too cheap to get one at the main bus station. You have to walk between 1 and 8 miles. No joke. To get the bus, because it's cheaper, you know, to have a bus stop there. So that's why we're walking really far now. I love the concept of being in the middle of a roundabout at 1 in the morning. Story of my life. It's not the first time, believe me. Yeah, the reason I went around the roundabout, they have an underpass, but it just seems super sketchy, and for the sake of just walking on the grass, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's just one of those things. But yeah, almost there. See how quiet it is. Like, you just wouldn't know it was a big city, would you? Well, not a big city, but I think it's classed as a city. Wow. I bought this 2-litre Pepsi from the Polish shop, and boy, it's breaking my back. That means we're gonna have to drink some, yay. So just a couple corners left. Almost there, right at the bus stop. And that'll be around 100 kilometers, 62 miles. It goes to show, you know, you don't need expensive things. You don't need $100 jackets, $200 shoes with carbon fiber inserts. It's just gimmicks. You just need a pair of shoes, a bit of clothing so you don't get in trouble, and a debit card. That helps a lot. Anything else falls into place. And Vaseline, definitely Vaseline. But yeah, it goes to show. I see a lot of runners wearing shoes for like 20 runs, and they toss them out, and the tread looks fine, you know. Yeah, it's weird. But it is what it is, you know. But it goes to show, you know, anyone can do it. If you look at, I don't know how much you know about running, but Cheptegei, 10K world record holder, 5K road world record holder, ran in barefoot most of his life. Haile Gebrselassie used to run with his book bag. 10 kilometers to school, 10 kilometers back. Just put some plaster, bandages around his feet. It's all mental. It's all mental. All the gimmicks. You're looking at like a 5, maybe 10% increase, maybe, but there's no secret other than perseverance, mindset, motivation, and training. We're almost there. Here's the finish line. Check it out. Just a little wooden box. What a celebration. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Oh, litter. Yeah, so we're just gonna wait here for about 30-40 minutes until the bus comes. God, I hope it's the right bus stop. And then, yeah, head into London. There we go. Oh boy. It's struggling. I think the route's so big and my internet is bad, but we'll get the grand result in a second. Look at that. Netflix and chill. Well, there it is. Not amazing, but we got here. 100k. Alright, where's this damn bus, huh? Unbelievable. Oh, there's the bus. So welcome to London, the land of opportunity. We just arrived at Victoria Coach Station. It's 5 in the morning. So I'm gonna get the underground to Heathrow. We have to walk to the underground first. But hopefully I can get a snack. I'm starving. Yeah. Alright. Check it out, look, and there's a big red bus. It's a big red London bus, look. Looks a bit different from earlier, doesn't it? I'm hungry, but apparently there's a limit on how many cookies you can eat. I've only got 4 left. Could really use some, I don't know, like a Chinese sweet and sour. Be nice. Check it out, the Victoria train station. So the underground is downstairs. But I think maybe I can do a tactical nap here. And then maybe the shops will open, because right now they're all closed. And then we can eat. And then we can go to the airport. But I know the airport's going to have the least selection, so might be a good idea. Could be way worse. Alright, bit of sustenance. Haven't had one of these for ages, but it's going to be nice, I think. Now on to the airport.
Customer information.
Oh, here we are. Now we wait. So I'm being followed out of the airport by Dumb and Dumber here, just for trying to sleep and lie down. I don't even know why, but when I woke up, he's like, get up, like this. And you can see him there, that's the guy up there. But just waiting, there's no signs that say, oh, you can't sleep or anything. I'm so tired. But yeah, I don't know, Jobsworth. Totally Jobsworth. Let's take the underground. Yeah, well, there he is. This is the guy. These two. So yeah, it's just been rude from the get-go. Like asking like personal questions like where do you live? Who are you waiting for? How long are you gonna be here? Things like that. But I don't know what's wrong with some people. It's mainly that guy, not her, that one there. But I'll take him on a journey. Who's that? What's going on? What are you doing in London? Why aren't you in Peru? Heading back on the bus. Get out.
Why?
I'm airing out the old pig's trotters. I'm sorry, whoever sits here next. What's that? So we're back in sunny old Thringston. There's the Rock. Someone's sitting over there. I thought it might be a bit weird to do an outro at the Rock. But yeah, we made it. Here's some imported goods all the way from Peru to a tiny village in Leicestershire. Well, I hope you liked the journey. Like and subscribe, there'll be a lot more. And yeah, maybe I'll show you more of Thringston very soon. I think you've already seen half of it right here. Okay, take care. Check out my shorts. That's probably why the chafing was so bad. It's just chafed off the whole interior layer. Oh boy. Alright, cleaning rag, I guess. And there's the after look. Wow.